Las Vegas police, they decided to tackle the wrong black man and tear out his locks. Here it is. It's a short video. You may not have had time to adjust to what you saw. I'm going to play it again. Here it is. They tore out his hair. Put it up full mass. Las Vegas cops tackled the wrong black male, tore out his locks, despite knowing that he was innocent. Tim McCoy, his sister Alissa King, and her boyfriend Kenneth Kennedy had just parked their silver Hyundai Sonata in the garage at the Fremont Street Experience in Las Vegas. This happened November 11th, 2023. With plans to have dinner at a restaurant and walk around the very popular pedestrian mall. When they exited the elevator at the ground floor, the three Black Las Vegas residents were accosted by several city marshals. Quote, they approached me very hostile, finger in my face saying, quote, what are you doing here? What happened back there? Why did you make those hand gestures? Recalled McCoy to KTNV. Quote, I was very confused. I'm like, what hand gestures are you referring to? End quote. After being aggressively questioned by the officers and telling them they knew nothing about it, the trio decided to move on. McCoy walked away as he was watching a football game on his phone and thought the interaction was over. According to the federal lawsuit the three filed earlier this year, obtained by Atlanta Black Star. As he did so, several officers tackled McCoy from behind, violently slamming him on the concrete, ripping out his hair, several of his locks, with their firearms and tasers drawn. One pinned him while putting a knee on his hair, and another cuffed him. Quote, it made me feel like an animal, McCoy later said. His and King's aunt was the chief of police in Cleveland, and they have other family in the military, the complaint says, and they have always respected law enforcement. McCoy was then taken in handcuffs to Las Vegas Boulevard, where the patrol car was parked, and made to stand as onlookers watched. King and Kennedy followed, protesting to the police that they had wrongly battered and detained Mr. McCoy, and kept asking them what car the suspect drove. Quote, oh, because he's a black man and he was just the first one you saw, huh? Said Kennedy, adding, it could have been me. It could have been anybody. End quote. Quote, that's all you guys do. You play the race card, said Marshal Guzman. It's not about that. It's about committing crimes. End quote. Guzman is currently facing two other civil lawsuits by Nevada citizens alleging excessive force, unlawful detention, and assault during traffic stops. He's defunding your police department. You may want to pay attention. Alleging excessive force, unlawful detention, and assault during traffic stops in a lawsuit filed in April by a black man named Lance Downs Covington. The city employee accused Mr. Guzman of pulling him over in his neighborhood for allegedly running a stop sign before threatening him with a gun and taser, then slamming him to the ground and arresting him on false charges that were eventually completely holistically 100% dismissed. The current lawsuit notes that Coloca, Guzman, and other officers involved had also had a number of complaints filed against them for excessive force and other misconduct while on duty. What you say there, officer? This was about what now? Oh, committing crimes. This was about committing crime. So let's make it about that. Let's make it about committing crimes, because based on the narrative and the reports of other citizens of Nevada, it's you and the cronies there who are committing the crimes against the citizen. And let's be clear, you charge somebody with these charges and the DA decides to drop them. Usually, prosecutors are not in the business of dropping charges against the police unless, well, they didn't do it. All right, Yasmin, thoughts here.
Yeah, like the same things that stood out to me. It's like, do these cops not realize first how many black people there are, not just in the world or in this country, but even in Las Vegas? Like they're told to just look for a black man. So they just like tackle and tase, maybe even shoot and then arrest the first one that they see. That cannot be good police work. They cannot be good at their jobs and then they're behaving this way. And then this marshal had the audacity to say that it wasn't about race, it was about committing crimes when this man did not commit a crime. And he said that after they knew that they had just arrested an innocent man and tackled him to the ground and attacked him. These officers have committed more documented incidents of violence than the guy that they attacked for no reason. These are documented incidents. So, like, the people who are employing them know that these cops and this marshal that they are antagonistic towards the people that they are supposed to be serving, and they let them continue to serve knowing that they ran up to this man with their tasers and their guns drawn, right? Things could have been so much worse than they already were, and yet they still let people with that kind of energy, with that kind of indiscriminate aggression, police the public. It's really inexcusable. It's unforgivable. None of this should have happened because these people should not have been allowed to be policing in the first place.
There you go. Well said. We'll bring you updates as they come.